It's Week 15 of the NFL. And coming up next is the Commanders' versatile running back. He ranks among the rushing leaders, third in the league on the season. It's the Commanders and the Bucs on Thursday night primetime.
As the weekend approaches, let's settle in and end the week right, with an outstanding Thursday night contest. We're through the bye weeks and into the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They're brought out by former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. One pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Right back to Irving now. He breaks the tackle. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. They get 8 yards and now only inches to go on third down.
Kings!
Motion man sent left. Third and short, Mayfield. Into traffic, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Irving here from the gun. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Well, this late in the year, Brock, just about every team in the league, as we all know, is battling some injury woes, and these guys are no exception.
It's an unfortunate byproduct of any sport, but especially the trauma involved in this sport. You're going to lose guys over the course of a season, and the later in the season you're dealing with injuries, the more the depth of your roster is so tested. And now it's time for those lesser-known names to make their name.
And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds. Third and just 2 to go. Shotgun handoff to Irving. He has the first and still going past the 35. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. They send a tight end in motion. Going to the ground again on first. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Sending the tight end in motion left. Mayfield now from the gun. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Third and a lone yard coming up. Moore going in motion left. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Irving will score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers finish up an excellent opening series. Cardi with the extra point. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, big old win last week.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another carry for him. And he drives it up past the 45. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. The Buccaneers add another DB. Third down coming up. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up. And you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Ball on the 45, first and 10. They give it to him again. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash.
Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Well, you can just see the QB scaling, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That second and third level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
Pressure's there, and the Commanders got him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Brings up second and 18 at the 23-yard line.
What's that?
Trying again, following the sack. This one's to Andrews out right. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
What's that?
Baker now from the gun. Gets this one to Andrews. And he's brought down after a short gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At their 48-yard line.
We've arrived at the back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. He's got him. That's McMillan. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First down, here's Baker. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 48-yard line.
Another try following the sack. Big man showing up the yards. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers pull out in front further, 13-zip. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Rush coming off the edge, and they block it! The Commanders have it! And they'll snuff out that return before it gets too far, so just a blocked extra point on the play. After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. Here's a return from the 7. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. First and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Play fake here, Daniels. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They're now set for first and 10. Working inside the red zone. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Here's the give to Irving. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Once again, Irving. Well, working a couple of yards past the line. Derek Forrest able to make the stop. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Throwing, Baker. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So 4th down on heads, Braden Mann for the punt. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And this will hit the goal line and then go into the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. That one's caught along the left sideline. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Buccaneers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. They put a receiver in motion right. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got Andrews. Get some space around midfield.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Third down from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. The Buccaneers with a likely punt coming up. Braden Mann on the punt. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up for the 20 after the touchback. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Big gain downfield. And that's a Washington touchdown. Kicking team out to try the extra point. And the kick is good. And the Commanders get it back to within 6.
Commanders 7.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. McMillan hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
That's into the hands of Moore.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 46. That pass complete to McMillan. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Baker throwing again. Andrews with the catch. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Derek Forrest able to make the stop. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
Mayfield to throw again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33. What's that?
Mayfield now from the gun. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Second down and 10.
Throwing again is Baker. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Hurry, hurry.
Well, we've hit halftime here in Tampa. Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the second half. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Commanders are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting second right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Commanders will have a first.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
On first down, here's Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Trying to work quickly now. After the sack, another pass on second down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Well, it seems like the only thing that's going to be able to stop this guy or even slow him down is going to be that final whistle, Brock. This defense has been inconsistent at best.
This is one of those moments where it just feels like it's a privilege to watch. Right? When you're at a concert and you're just listening to somebody that's the best of the best, you just want, you want more.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jamel Dean makes the play.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
This finds Austin complete. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Baker now from the gun. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Baker now. Complete beyond the marker. Free inside the 30. To the 10. And in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers push their lead further to start the half. So the Buccaneers keeping their offense on the field. 2-point attempt coming up. He's throwing for it. On the move, headed right. Pushing for the end zone. It holds the football. It's not loose. And the fumble recovery is made. Trying to chip away at that lead, but just not able to figure it out there to take another 2 points off.
Yeah, every one of these calls at this juncture of the game tells a story, and right now that story being told is this crew is feeling the pressure trying to chip away at those points. Maybe a little over-aggressive, as now they're still down big.
The Commanders ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's completed right side. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Play fake here. Daniels. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. He's loaded another one up. Touchdown, Washington. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Irving. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32. Gets this one to Andrews. And this one does not go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. It's fielded at the 14. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
This one finds Kelce. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. He has it on the QB sneak. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Commanders take a 3rd quarter lead. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. The fact that they pulled that out on a 1st and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did, and I would have loved to see those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go, and that group certainly was.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. They'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. This return makes it up to the 25. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 20. At the 15-yard
Straight ahead, it's Irving. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here.
brings up 3rd down.
Mayfield with a blitz coming. That pass complete to Irving. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And he's been getting all of it every time out. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Commanders will go on offense. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape.
That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders lengthen the lead at the end of the third. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders make it a 10-point ball game. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. We've reached the end of the third. Offense to the line for second down. Trying again following the sack. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. From the gun, Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. Punting unit out now. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Pulled in at the 20. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the gun, it's Daniels. Buys time, rolling right. Finds his target, Patterson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. And that completion gets him up to 400 yards in the football game. No, it's a tough mark to reach, but one that every quarterback takes pride in being able to reach, or at least challenge every so often. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Got a man. Patterson has it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They'll try and punch it in. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Second and goal from the 9 here. They'll hand it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the gain, so now it's going to be third and goal from the 8. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Doesn't make the connection.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
And that one bounces through the end zone. First and 10 now from the 30.
6. Done.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Moore's got it. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Hey, alert 33.
Here's Baker to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Dead. What's up?
Throwing again on second and 10. Mayfield. Catch made by Austin. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this third down.
What's up?
Baker throwing again. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're up against it. Fourth down coming up.
Dead. What's up?
Mayfield to throw again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked by Derek Forrest. And the Commanders have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense.
And that's a Washington touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Austin's there to haul it in. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. To the 10. And he will take it back. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers picked up the fumble and ran it home. Jalen McMillan with the touchdown. That had to have been just about as far away as possible, Brock, from what that was drawn up to be. But the end result, partner, exactly as they planned. It's a touchdown.
In this case, Kate, it really was about the destination, not about the journey.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers get it back to a 14-point game. And the Commanders are able to cover the kick. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. Handoff now from the gun. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Let's go.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now Daniels to throw. He's going to push one deep down there. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Buccaneers have some new life in the fourth.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, he gets about it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A loss of 7. Brings up
Another try following the sack. Able to get it to Moore. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first.
Set. What's that?
Third down. Here's Mayfield. Complete beyond the marker.
Let's go.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. First and 10, it's Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Let's go.
Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
What's that?
After the sack, another pass on second down. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. Tampa spends its second timeout now. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long.
What's that?
Throwing now. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Mike Sandra still makes the play. And the Commanders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. There's a handoff up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. With the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on second and goal. Running for it again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Daniels, third and goal. Headed out right. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders have likely locked up the win right there. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21.
47. Buccaneers 26.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided.
Alert, 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 alert. What's that?
First down, here's Baker. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Hurry.
Clock working against them here as they hurry to that line.
A 9-yard loss. It's now second and
Here we go, second and very long. And they get to him again. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest.
Set. What's that?
One final shot here. And there it is. He just kept choosing to go backward, partner. And now he's all the way in his own end zone for a safety. Cannot believe it. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And this streak will live to see another week as they take down yet another opponent over Brock. What has been an incredible stretch of games for them. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working